It's Monday. You know what that means. It means another episode of the Haluva Marks Wrestling Podcast. This is Shane Wrangler. Thank you for joining us. I have Jenny and Kat with me today, and it was a tough week in wrestling last week, and I think we all were affected by it. And instead of doing a week in review, I wanted to do something a bit more fun to, not be talking about things that really would get us all down again. So
looking ahead.
So we're going to do a tier list, and tier lists are fun. And it's like our website tweeted Ryan Satin that tier lists are fun, and he liked it too, and he agrees. So we're going to do a tier list today, NXT tier list, where we think they're actually going to be. What do we agree on? Where we think they're going to be in 2021? How do we word that out, ladies?
Where we think they should be in 2021.
Yeah, there you go. Now I can hear you. So that's where we're going, where we think they're going to be in 2021. So we have what I've done. I've went through the painstaking trials of going to tiermaker.com. And on YouTube, you'll be able to see this. All 59, I've used 59 of the roster members. I think there was like 62 that included announcers and everything. I didn't add the announcers in.
I was gonna say, is Josiah on this? Because Josiah is main event in my heart.
Yes, Josiah is not in our list, but Josiah is in the roster list on WWE.com, and that's where all this comes from, is WWE.com.
Okay. Main event. Let's just put it out there. Josiah Williams, main event.
Josiah Williams is always main event. But we got this thing broke down into 6 tiers. I've actually broke it down to 6 tiers. Is main event, semi-main event, upper mid card, the lower card. We have enhancement talent, and we have the poor, unfortunate souls that need to go back to the PC. So,
which is sad, is I can think of more main roster talent that needs to go back to the PC than I do NXT talent that needs to go back.
Well, I mean, yeah, but we're not looking at main roster right now. We're looking.
I know. I'm just saying. I was just saying, like, it was an observation. I was like trying to think of who I would possibly put down there.
Well, I mean, yeah, there's some guys I would definitely put down there. They definitely need to go back and take a big swig of coffee right there. But this should be fun, and you'll be able to. I will link I will put out a tweet through the Haluva Marks Wrestling Podcast. You need to go follow that on Twitter. I'll put out a tweet where you can actually go make a tier, make the tier yourself, and you can share it with us. So it'll be fun for everybody. Everybody can get involved with it. So we're gonna get going because we got a lot of superstars to get through here. So right now I want to clear out the main event stars. The guys that are gonna go in S tier main event stars, and I want to start out with Adam Cole. Any objections?
Nope.
No.
Okay. And then I'm going through here, and then I see Tommaso Ciampa. Any objections?
Nope.
No.
Okay.
He's at the bottom, I think.
Yeah, bottom right. Yeah, he's right here. He is. Okay, Tommaso Ciampa. There he is. No objections on Tommaso Ciampa.
Nope. And we can go ahead and put Gargano there too.
Yep, we can go ahead and put Johnny Gargano in there too. And let's see here, where did he go to? I made this.
Okay, where is? Oh, there's Johnny. He's next to Casey.
Right there's Johnny. Okay.
Oh, I feel like we have another unanimous one.
Yes.
Cross.
Yes, Killer Cross was going to be my next suggestion. Killer Cross main event.
Finn?
Who? Finn? Yeah, definitely Finn. Definitely Finn.
Jenny, chime in at any time.
Jenny, you object to Finn. I don't think you object to Finn.
I will never object to Finn.
I didn't think so. Rhea Ripley.
Definitely, yeah. Rhea was going to be the next one.
I was going to say, what's our dragging some women into this?
Yes, Rhea Ripley.
I'm putting Candice. I want to put Candice there.
I was
going to say Candice.
I don't want to put Candice there.
What?
Candice is not main event. Candice right now, Candice is not main event for me, so I can't put Candice up there.
But remember, this is where we want to see them in 2021.
I'm telling you, I know that, but I don't see her going to main event in 2021. And I'll tell you why when we get to her. I'll tell you why when we get there. One I do want to put there, though, Scarlett. Now, I know y'all will object to it.
She doesn't even wrestle.
It doesn't
Thank
matter.
you.
It doesn't matter. I know she doesn't wrestle, but I'm telling you, within the next 2 years, she is going to be the star. She's going to be a bigger star than Karrion Kross, but I won't put her there because I know y'all object to it because she doesn't wrestle.
I thought we were just talking 2021, not years from now.
Well, I know that, but I'm saying she's going to be a huge star.
Main event manager? Yeah.
What about, let's go ahead, I'm going to go ahead and clear this one out right here. What about Damian Priest?
I think he's a good, like, upper, like,
Yeah, I
semi-main
don't know
event.
if he'll
That's what you
ever go.
have.
Yes, I don't think he'll ever go past probably semi-main.
Yeah, see, I've got him in semi-main too, so we can agree on that. That's why I asked. Okay, so let me go ahead and get Io Shirai out of the way. I think Io needs to be in a main event.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Io Shirai might be the best women's wrestler in the world. Let me go ahead and see if I see anybody else here that is worthy of the main event status that we think that would be main eventers, and I'm not finding anybody else right off the top of my head.
I mean, what about Kyle O'Reilly?
Kyle
I was
O'Reilly.
going to say Kyle O'Reilly, I think.
I don't have Kyle in the main event. As
Okay,
bad
so
as much as I love,
event, or are we doing what we all want in a main event?
well, we have to be unanimous on it.
Oh, okay.
So when we come to Kyle, we'll talk about it. And I may still put him in main. Y'all may be able to talk me into it, but right now I don't have Kyle in the main event.
If we couldn't talk you into Candace, we're not talking you into anyone else. Because
We ain't made it to Candace yet.
Well, we suggested Candace.
But you got to talk
But
me
we're
into
going to discuss it later.
We're going to discuss it later. You got to talk me into it.
What about Ember?
I don't have Ember in the main event in 2021. I see.
I don't even have her in semi-main.
Yeah, unfortunately, they haven't booked her really well coming back. She's more upper mid card right now, and that might be where she's at in 2021. She might make it up to semi-main event, but right now she's sort of sitting in that third tier to me. And she's
So we go just to clear this up. Are we going like realistic or like fantasy, like what we want?
We're going to do it. We're going to project it where we think they're going to be.
So realistic.
Yeah, we're going to project what we think.
Okay, that changes a lot of things in my head.
Yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
I was booking fantasy in my head.
I was going to say.
Yeah, we're going to project it. I mean, right here, these 6 in the main event, fantasy, 7 in the main event, fantasy or not, they're in your main event, irregardless. Right.
They're kind of both.
Yeah, they're kind of both. But yeah, we'll start off with Ember Moon, because she's the first one I see right here, and I think we talked about it. We just talked about it a little bit. I've got her upper mid card. Kat's got her upper mid card for various reasons. She just hasn't been booked strong coming back.
I think she's still trying to find her footing in the ring. She's been gone.
She was gone for she's only been back for like 5 minutes after what could have been a career-ending injury.
Yeah, I think she's just still trying to find her footing.
So I think
like in a whole new roster. So I don't think she's bad at any.
Oh no, she's definitely not bad. This is not a reflection of her in-ring talent whatsoever.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying like I'm not saying she has like ring rust or anything. I just think she's finding her footing in her new roster.
Let's see,
trying to find who she meshes with.
Well,
exactly.
I'm going to leave her in the upper mid card right now. She could move up to the semi-main by the end of 2021, but right now I think she's going to spend the majority of 2021 in the upper mid card. All right.
So you just want to keep going, like for whoever's at the first.
Yeah, let's just go in order.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
We don't have to scroll up and down.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. Because right now, the next one we have is James Drake.
The one that looks just like Edge in his picture.
Yeah,
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I said this to Jenny a few weeks ago, and I was like, "I'm sorry, this is uncanny." They're wearing the same jacket and everything.
That's Edge's return ring gear from Rumble.
Yeah.
Now, I will say that the team of Drake and Gibson are one of my favorite tag teams, especially my favorite tag team out of the UK. But I kind of have, they don't really book their tag teams to be main eventers unless they're super, super special. So I'm kind of thinking upper mid card for James Drake.
upper or lower. I think they'll kind of bounce
lower.
around depending on where tag teams are at the time and what they're kind of focusing on.
Okay, so why do you think? Okay, so you just said this was kind of what they're focusing on.
Because like right now, NXT's almost kind of treating their tag teams the way main roster does. They're really not focusing on tag teams right now.
Yeah, they're kind of they are kind of pushing them off to the side just a little bit where they used to not do that.
I mean, they have so much going on that I'm not blaming them, but you also have so many good tag teams in NXT right now, especially because you've been able to get Imperium back from overseas.
Mm-hmm.
And just
so
hopefully that'll be something that changes in 2021.
Yeah, and I guess I kind of got off. I seen they looked pretty good the first month they've been there, been back, and actually been in NXT proper. But I'll go with you. I'll say lower card. I'll say lower card. They could be upper mid card by the end of the year. Could be upper mid card by the middle of the year. We'll come back and revisit. And I'll go ahead and put Zach Gibson there too. That way it knocks out two birds with one stone because they are a package deal. They're a tag team. And I won't do all the tag teams that way. Undisputed Era will not be done that way.
I was gonna say there's another tag team. We can't split them up.
Yeah,
we have to split them up because they could easily do on their own because someone likes to get hurt.
Yeah, well, that's we're going off. We're basing it off if nobody gets hurt. We're just going by potential right here. All right, so we got through with we got the grizzled young veterans out of the way. What about Mercedes Martinez?
I think she's semi-main.
I don't know if she's. I don't know if I'm ready to put her up in that semi-main conversation yet. Upper mid card maybe, but I don't know if I'm ready to put her up there in the semi-main.
But she's going after EO. You've got to at least put her semi-main if EO's main.
Okay, well if EO's main, okay, and EO's main event, and let's say Mercedes challenges her for the belt for one takeover, and what I think will happen is Mercedes loses her push, and Mercedes basically does nothing the rest of the year.
Okay, so then we switch it when we come back to it. But right now, like you were saying, okay. I mean, we've done other people as judgment of right now. So. Okay,
well, I'll go semi-main with Mercedes Martinez, and then we'll revisit. We'll revisit it. I can
almost see them putting the belt on her because I think EO's reign is coming to an end, and to put it on somebody strong like Mercedes is a way to protect EO and Mercedes.
And a Mercedes and Rhea fight, I'm ready for it.
Right.
I mean, it'd be a hell of a match. There's no doubt about that. It'd be a hell of a match. But, yeah, I'll go semi-main right now, and we will revisit this probably in 6 months to see where we're right and where we're wrong at. So, okay, we got Mercedes in the semi-main. What about Roddy Strong?
I think he's semi-main.
Is he booked to be semi-main, though? That's what you got. He's booked more like an upper mid carder, and he's always
kind of where I'm putting him right now.
He's always.
I mean, it could always change, but
yeah, it can always change. He's been booked. Always, he's always kind of been that guy that they keep him strong enough to make the strong guys even stronger. And that's where Roddy's always been kind of right in the middle, and I think it's where he's going to be at in 2021 too.
I mean, I think he'll kind of bounce around, but I think he's going to spend a lot more, maybe upper mid.
Yeah,
it depends on like if they keep UE together, probably, and just there's so many factors when it comes to Roddy.
Well, Roddy's so versatile too. I mean, he's a guy who can bounce around right here. If you need a title match, he can be right here. You know, he's a guy that can do about anything they need. That's why he's kind of always stayed in the middle because
can we just put him in the middle of all of it? Can we put him in all three just because we think he's going to be everywhere?
I wish I could. So what do you think, Cadillac? Because I got to have unanimous. I got to give you unanimous choice on this.
Yeah. Okay. I'm kind of confused as to how we're ranking this, so I'm just going to go with it from now on.
All right. Well, how are you confused?
No, we keep going back and forth on what our judgment is, and so now I'm just confused and slightly frustrated. So
I'm just being swayed. Y'all gotta sway me. I'm just being swayed.
I know, but I'm not laughing. Honestly, I'm very annoyed.
Oh, I'm sorry. All right. Velveteen Dream.
Or
Velveteen Dream. I think. I don't think 2020 wasn't a very good year for Velveteen. Through various reasons, and I don't think 2021 is going to get any better for him.
I don't think so either. That's kind of why I'm like, I don't know.
I mean, I'm okay putting him in enhancement talent.
I don't think he's that low.
You don't think?
Yeah, I'd say at least lower card.
Lower card. I'm down with that. I can put him in lower card.
Because if they ever need a man in a North American title match, they're going to put Velveteen in there.
Yeah, you're right. I can put him in lower card. I'm good with that. Now we should start seeing some enhancement talent. Mansoor.
Yeah. Enhancement.
Yeah. Very talented, but he's enhancement.
Very talented kid, but the only time they ever use him is when they go to Saudi Arabia. Aaliyah.
Needs to go back to the PC. That's my opinion.
Well, I had her in enhancement talent, but I could put her back in the PC.
Kat, what do you think?
I was going to say enhancement. She's gotten a lot better, but I can also see where, she could.
To her credit, she has gotten much better in the ring, but they still book her to lose nearly every match. And
she can go in enhancement.
Okay.
She has gotten a little bit better.
Yeah.
I kind of forgot about that.
Yeah.
It's been a while since we've seen her.
Yeah, I'll put her in enhancement.
I think she's developed a personality now, and that's hard to do.
Right. She has a good character.
Yeah,
that's very true.
She's a good little heel. She's a good little annoying heel, is what she is, but she never wins. And she's enhancement talent. That's what they think of her. It's what I think of her. I think we might have a back to the PC nominee here. Arturo Ruas.
Yeah.
I don't know enough about him to really put much input into him.
And you just said it. We don't know anything about him.
Because was he the one that was supposed to go to Raw?
Yeah.
He's doing all the underground stuff?
Yeah, he's doing all the underground stuff.
Then probably back to PC would be good for him.
Back to PC. Yep, back to PC. Austin Theory.
Semi-main.
I can see that.
Agree.
I totally see that.
I agree.
Totally
Especially
see that.
with the Garganos.
Yep, he's with the Way now. Totally see that.
That's
agree
the
100%.
best thing to happen to him is being with Johnny.
It is. It really is. That's what I said. Me and Red was watching it the other day, and I told her, I said, that's the best thing that ever happened to Austin Theory is to get him with Johnny Gargano.
Yes, it'd be like, I would have said that him being with Seth would have been perfect for him, but then when everything went to hell, this is the next best thing that could have happened to him, was landing with the Garganos.
Yeah.
If he couldn't be on the main roster with Seth as a disciple.
Boa.
I think he's enhancement.
Ooh.
Right now, yes.
Yeah, just where they're at with them right now.
They act like they want to do something with him, and enhancement talent until they prove that they actually want to stick with it. Yeah, I agree. Bobby Fish.
Semi. Or no. Upper. Wherever we put Roddy.
Yeah,
I think you got to stick him with Roddy.
Yeah, you got to put him with Roddy at this point.
He's got to stay healthy if he's going to be semi-main in my book.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, he does. He's really got to stay healthy. Bobby Fish in the ring is phenomenal. And he's booked strong, but he's not going to beat any of these main event or semi-main tier guys.
I think as a tag team together, they're semi-main, but individually they're upper mid.
Right.
Bronson Reed. Big Bronson. This is a tough one.
He's kind of
I'm
in the middle of
teetering
semi-main and upper for me.
See, I'm teetering between upper and lower.
Ooh.
Well, then let's just stick him in upper, right in the middle.
Let's just stick him right in upper then. Since you're all right in the middle on him, we'll stick him in upper. We'll come back in 6 months. We'll take a look at it, and he might be semi-main. I think in 6 months. I think our opinions.
6 weeks.
Oh wait, yeah, we could do 6 weeks. Yeah, I did say 6 weeks.
In your text.
I did say 6 weeks, didn't I? What in the hell am I doing?
See, now you know why I'm confused.
Okay, I'm sorry. Well, you got to set me straight. Don't be afraid to set me straight. Damn.
I mean, I am.
I enjoy Bronson.
I enjoy Bronson too.
I enjoy him. I just think he has, like Ember, he's still trying to find, I think, his footing within the brand.
He did just come back from an injury, so they're still trying to establish him again. What about Cameron Grimes to the moon? Do we put him to the moon?
To the moon of semi-main event.
Absolutely, I agree.
Because I mean, I like him because he does his job. He's just like Corpse. Like, he can piss you off, but also he's good in the ring. So it's like, I don't know. He's good.
And me and Jenny actually discussed a couple weeks ago on this podcast that I expect big things out of Cameron Grimes coming up.
Oh.
And semi-main, I'm good with putting
Wait. Didn't he get hurt, though?
He
right
did.
After we talked about
he
that?
did get hurt. Yes, he did get hurt.
Y'all need to stop talking about people. Y'all keep hurting. First you put Kevin Owens in a steel cage, and now you're hurting people.
Yeah.
Well, because it's like right after we had discussed that, he was going to be in that program with Ciampa, but then he's hurt now.
Yeah.
I can't remember what he hurt, but he's hurt.
But
ankle, knee, or something on the leg.
like
I thought.
I'm gonna leave him in. I'm gonna leave him in the semi-main.
Yeah.
And we'll come back, and like I say, we'll come back in 6 weeks, take a look at it. And if he's not in the semi-main anymore, I'll be more happy to drop him down.
He's got the personality where he could return from an injury and be put right back where he left off.
Yeah. To the moon, baby. To the moon. Chelsea Green.
She's main roster now.
Is she? Well, she's still
when she returns from her injury, she's going back to SmackDown.
Back to main
I've
roster.
heard that officially. Yeah.
Okay, she's
going to be going back to SmackDown.
Okay, so we'll go ahead and I'll just go ahead and Well, I need to get Chelsea somewhere on here. Main roster. So let's move Chelsea down here. Okay.
I can't remember what my source was, but I heard that when she comes back from her injury, she's going right back to SmackDown.
Right back to main roster. Okay.
Chelsea put it on her Instagram.
Was it her that? Okay, maybe I heard it straight from her then. I heard it from somebody.
All right, Dakota Kai.
Semi.
Yeah.
Semi-main.
She's one of the best heels they got.
Yeah, she is. She is one of the best female heels that they do have.
I was teetering between semi and main for her.
Yeah, I'm actually teetering between upper mid card and semi-main, but since y'all said semi-main, I put her in semi-main since I was on the fence about it anyway.
Yeah, I was teetering between upper and semi just because sometimes they book her strong and then sometimes she kind of goes back down, but more often than not, she's semi-main.
Also, there's no confirmation on Cameron Grimes' injury. It's just leg-related, like Jenny said.
Oh, okay. So he could be back anytime. He could even be kayfabe.
He went and did surgery 2 weeks ago.
Oh, okay. It might be a little bit before we see Cameron Grimes again. Dexter Lumis.
Semi.
I'm thinking semi-main event too. They really like him. They really like that character.
I would want to see, me personally, want to see him in main. I just think that'd be badass, but just realistically, semi-main.
By the end of the year, I think he'll be there. I think they just got to work with him more because we see him a lot, but he doesn't work a lot.
Yeah.
Like we've got the character, we just need more of the in-ring.
Yeah.
And his in-ring is amazing.
Right.
All right. So Dexter Lumis semi-main event. I'm good with that. Drake Maverick. Drake's tough.
Being realistic, I'm teetering between upper and lower.
That's where I'm at.
That's where I'm at too.
That hurts my heart, though.
So, do we put him in the upper mid card or lower card? Because that's where I'm at with too.
I'd say right now, because I'm going to kind of use the same argument I used with Grizzled Young Vets, is, if they keep running with him and Killian Dane, if they get the tag teams going, they could be upper. But right now with the tag teams, I'd say lower.
Okay.
I think they're the tag teams though to take it off of Danny and Birch.
Ooh, okay. That's a good argument. Still, yeah, lower card. I'll just go ahead and put Killian Dane there too, since they're a package deal right now.
Yeah, I agree.
All right, Fandango.
No, I want them to be main, but realistically, I think that they're gonna get their year back. Like they're gonna get it back in this year. I can't speak because I love them so much. I think that they're honestly, and this is not just me being biased, but upper
mid card because of their names and their popularity.
Yeah, but also like I feel like they've been a tag team for years now, but like they've really found their place within NXT and like they gained a lot of respect, and like I feel like, you know, the NXT back office sees that now. When they won their championship, they're like, holy. And that, honestly, they, from what I saw in the polls for NXT of the year, they were second.
Well, and something else to these two guys too. If you ever needed a singles match, if you ever needed a North American title match with either one of these guys, they can give you a quality North American title match, and it'd be a quality. And if they won the North American title, either one of them, it would be believable because of who they are and what they've accomplished. So I'm okay with that. Very biased,
but especially Breeze. Breeze is main event in my heart always.
Oh, I know. But yeah, but you know, I'm just looking at it. They are a very credible win. If Gargano has to defend against either one of them, yeah, no one would be mad if they got a North American title shot.
No one would look at like Breeze or Dango as North American and be like, that doesn't make sense.
Right.
Like they would never say that.
All right. So Indy Hartwell.
So I know we put Austin and Simi, but I think she's still getting there. So the highest I would put her is probably upper, with the Garganos. Without the Garganos enhancement.
Yeah, I'm right along with you. I had her in between lower and upper, honestly.
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm trying to stick her, just because we don't see her again work very often at this point. But now that they're with the Garganos, I think that's about to change. So I would say upper.
I'm only going to say upper because she's with the Garganos. If she wasn't with the Garganos, I'm with Cadillac enhancement.
And doing the dirty work for the Garganos will definitely get her some reps in.
Right, exactly. Because you know she's going to be out there going fighting anybody who Candice is going to be up against.
Yeah, she's going to have her and it's Austin Theory and Indy Hartwell will have a very prominent role on television this upcoming year with the Garganos. Swerve Scott.
Upper.
Really?
Yeah. When they use them, they use them.
Yeah.
I was thinking more lower, but if y'all want to do upper, I mean that's fine too, because he's a guy for me that he could be upper mid card by the time by the time July rolls around in 2021. So I'm good.
Well, because he's kind of one of those ones like we keep saying, throw him in a U.S. title match, or even he goes for the cruiser too.
I was gonna say whenever they need someone in a ladder match, they're gonna put Dream in there. They're gonna put Swerve in there. Like they have their go-tos.
Because he's got 2 titles that he can go for.
Yeah.
Realistic. That's the U.S. and the cruiser.
Yep. Joaquin Wilde.
I don't know enough about him.
I've got Joaquin down in enhancement talent.
He's with the Phantasma, right?
Yeah, he's with the Legend.
That's right. He's one of those guys.
Yeah, Legend of Phantasma. Legado del Phantasma.
I was gonna say, isn't it like Legado?
Yeah, Legado del Phantasma.
I sound so dumb.
Well, I translated
I never hear
badly.
their real names. I just always think of them as the 2 dudes with the guy.
Yeah, Joaquin
and
Wilde.
That's exactly why I think lower.
Yeah.
Lower card. Okay, so
he's better than enhancement, but he doesn't do much.
So I could put Raul Mendoza in lower as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Jessamine Duke.
They just don't use her.
I say she never gets used.
If they used her, honestly, upper Simi would be it. But right now they don't use her.
It's back to the PC.
I mean, it's not so much back to the PC as she's just still at the PC.
Yeah, I think she's still at the PC.
I mean, I've been watching NXT solid for over a year now. I mean, more than that before then, but every week for a year now. And I've never seen her on once, except for she did a run-in, I think.
Yeah.
On something.
The only thing they've ever announced her for is the gaming series.
Yeah, they've announced her for the gaming series, yeah.
I googled her and hit news, and that's all you get.
Yeah, the SGS, the Superstar Gaming Series. Their attempt to take over Twitch. Casey Catanzaro.
Their attempts to manage Twitch.
Yeah, their attempts to manage Twitch. Casey Catanzaro.
I think around Rumble time she's gonna be upper mid, but after Rumble she's gonna go down to lower.
Yeah, I was gonna say lower.
Yeah, it's gonna be lower for me too.
She's the Kofi of the Royal Rumble, but after she gets her spot, they're gonna push her back down.
And I'd stick Caden Carter there with her since they're kind of a package deal.
I didn't say Caden Carter's her tag team partner, and we've been grouping the tag teams up basically. So, Kona Reeves.
I feel like he was really strong when they were doing the like up and coming like tournament, but ever since that tournament kind of ended, he hasn't really had a place. Yeah.
To me, I don't want to put him back in the PC because I personally like Kona, but they haven't used him.
Too.
They haven't used him, and we haven't seen him on TV in almost a year.
Enhancement's good.
And so I'm going to go enhancement talent only because I don't want to put him back to the PC. I think he's a little bit better than that. Kushida. Semi-main.
If you don't put him main, you got to put him semi.
You got to put at least semi-main, yeah. Kushida's one of those guys, he could actually win the NXT Championship. I don't know if he'll win it this year, but he is a strong contender to win that title.
I mean, I would love to see him versus Finn for that title at some point, but I don't know if they're going to let Finn hold on to the title long enough for me to get that.
Yeah.
I want to see it so bad, though.
All right, the first one here's one we disagreed on. Candice LeRae. You
have to put her at least semi.
Well, that's
I will hang up if you put her anything less than semi-main.
Well, that's where I had her at. That's where I had her at.
Hartwell as upper, right, doing Candice's dirty work. You got to put Candice at least semi.
And the only
I strongly believe in main event, but I will settle by very narrow margins for semi.
Okay, now I'll give you my reason why I didn't put her in the main event. And semi-main is where I had her, so I'll go ahead and put her there. The only reason why I hadn't put her in the main event is because it seems like they don't really believe in her. It seemed because to me she should have won the NXT Championship a couple months ago during that ladder match. We've talked about it. We talked about that.
Yep.
And they never actually pulled the trigger on her.
And they never actually pulled the trigger on her. And that's why I'm hesitant to put her up there in the main event scene. I love Candice. Candice is a tough chick. If anybody's seen Candice,
that's their go-to girl.
Yeah.
Like for
Candice does
any
everything.
War Games match, Survivor Series, she has standouts in every single one.
Yep. She is a tough chick, but she's just not. They haven't pulled the trigger on her in a true main event run yet, or a true main event push, and that's why I'm real hesitant putting her in the main event. That don't mean she won't get there, which I believe at some point in time she has to get there.
My Candice theory goes with my 2021 prediction, though.
Okay.
I don't know if you want me to say it or not.
No, we do it. We do it here in a little bit.
Save it. Yeah.
Save it.
Yeah, because the more I kind of started thinking about Candice after the initial conversation was, she might just kind of stick semi-main, at least for maybe the first half of the year.
Right.
Because I feel like they've moved on from her as being a title contender right now.
Yeah, she's kind of not in the title hunt right now. It's more Toni Storm and Mercedes Martinez right now. Leon Ruff.
I think again, he's still getting there, but I think he's going to be a strong contender for the cruiserweight.
Former North American champion Leon Ruff.
I know, but
I've got him in lower card right now.
That's what I was gonna say.
What do you think, Cadillac?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think honestly he might be the one to take it off of what is his Phantasma guy?
Oh.
What is his name?
And that's bad that we're asking. Santos
Escobar. I'm sorry.
Santos Escobar. Yeah. That's bad. We're having to remember Santos Escobar's name, because I think his work's great, and if they ever let him actually show it, he's going to be right up there challenging for the NXT Championship. But I don't know if that ever happened. Leon Ruff to me he needs to put on about 25 pounds. To me, his stuff isn't believable. He's not as quick as Finn Balor. And Finn Balor's about 70 pounds. I shouldn't say 70 pounds heavier. Finn Balor's about 50 pounds heavier. And Leon Ruff is not as quick as Finn Balor. To me, he's not believable. But
he's got a good little character to him.
He does have a good little character, and that's why that's why they put the North American title on him for a little bit. I think lower card where he's going to be at. He's going to win some matches. He's going to lose the majority of matches he has on TV, but he's going to upset people. And so he's going to be a threat at some point in time in 2021 to somebody.
Yeah, I agree. Because they've endeared him to people.
Right.
So they're going to have to do stuff with him now.
Now. Right now he's at the lower card. I mean, that could change. Could very well change with anybody. I mean, these are going to go up and down without a doubt. Marina Shafir.
You got to kind of put her with Jessamine, I think,
because
they don't use
to
her
PC.
either.
Yeah, because they're not using her. She got to go back to the PC.
Ever since Raw Underground kind of went underground, they, yeah.
And I miss it so much.
It is. Raw Underground was fun.
It was really nice, and it was really nice for people like them. Everyone that we have in Back to the PC thrived in Raw Underground.
You know, maybe someday post-COVID we could get Raw Underground back.
Hopefully,
because it was COVID reasons.
Why it's gone.
That they shut it down because they were just having too many people gathered in that small room. I think it became too much of an issue. So hopefully, maybe post-COVID we can get something Raw Underground back at least like a couple times a week or a month. I mean, it doesn't have to necessarily be every week, but just throw some stuff in, you know, every other week, and maybe give them a pay-per-view spot once a month, or you know, a couple times a year, and just give them a little more than what they were getting, and better camera shots, because sometimes that would make me feel sick.
Yeah. I hope they do bring it back. It was a fun little segment they had. Just people just beating the crap out of each other, where it was, you know, it wasn't shoot fights, but they still beating the crap out of each other, which was fun.
Yeah, it was different, and I liked it.
Yeah, it's real stiff. Jake Atlas.
Upper?
Yeah, he's the one I kind of flex between upper and lower.
Yeah, that's where I'm at with him. That's where I'm at with him. I am right in the middle with him. I'm gonna put him.
I think it depends on who they have in the picture.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, right now he's in the cruiserweight picture, which WWE doesn't really care about the cruiserweight belt that much. I know NXT values it a little bit more. I'm going to put him.
The best thing they did was put the cruiserweights down with NXT.
Yeah, if Swerve is going to be at the end of the upper mid card, I'm going to put Jake Atlas there as well, because I think they really see a lot in Jake Atlas. I do believe they think highly of him, and so that's why I'm going to put him at the back end of the upper mid card. Now he could come down here to the lower card, but I don't think he's going to get the semi-main event very soon. But I think he's good where he's at.
Yeah, I agree with that.
All right, we have the Brit Am Brawlers, Oni Lorcan and Danny Burch.
Upper
mid card. Yeah, I'm with you. They are two.
Now that Pat McAfee's
I think that's the first thing besides the main cards that we actually all agreed on.
Yeah, that's Oni and Danny is two of the guys they just lean on for everything. You need somebody to go in there and you need somebody to put somebody over and make them look good. Call Oni and Danny.
What are they doing with Pat right now?
Right. You need somebody to put the tag belts on them, and they're going to be a good champion. Oni and Danny. So that's what they're doing.
Still don't like that Breeze and Dango lost to them, but it's fine.
Yeah,
everything's fine.
And it's never panned out for why.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I just need Breeze to get his revenge for being punted into next week. That's probably why he hasn't fully been there. I don't know.
Well, they came back 2 weeks ago. They got a quick kick in. No, that's right. They were on this week. I haven't watched it yet though.
Yeah, they were on this week, but it was just, I don't know. I thought it would have been perfect for they tied in that story perfectly for War Games. And that's where the War Games match fell flat. For me, is where they didn't have the entire story involved.
Yeah, Dango and Breeze, I think, would have made sense for the War Games match. But, you know, they had to get the UE in there, because the UE is in every War Games match, which is not a bad thing.
Not so much. They didn't have to be.
That's right. They don't have to be in it, but like getting involved, like you think like a Hell in a Cell match, it's hardly ever there's just the two motherfuckers that are fighting. It's everyone that's involved in the story. Like anytime Roman was fighting, you had Seth and you had Dean on the outside fighting Dolph, fighting, everyone.
Yeah, they're fighting everyone. Pete Dunne.
Upper.
So we got Pete Dunne in the upper mid card. I had him semi-main.
For right now, upper though, because they haven't really pulled the trigger with him much since he was able to come back from the UK.
You're very true. It's very true.
Very true. He was Pat McAfee's lackey.
Yeah.
Very true.
And I don't know what they're gonna.
I think he's gonna be the first one to turn on Pat.
Oh, he's definitely going to be the first one to turn on Pat.
That they've pulled Pat from NXT. I don't know why, but they're not using him right now. Yeah, so I don't know what's going to happen.
They're keeping him special. That's the word I hear. They're keeping him special.
I mean, hopefully that's what it is, because I just heard that they've pulled him from TV, but I never really followed up on why.
Raquel Gonzalez.
I think, honestly, Simi Main.
That's where I've got Raquel at, too. Raquel's getting a big monster push.
Yeah, she really is.
I think Raquel is going to be... Actually, I think Raquel's going to be the one to beat Io for the championship. That's just my opinion. We got Rinku Singh. And if you're not familiar with Rinku, he's part of the tag team that Malcolm Bivens introduced.
Oh, that's right.
That haven't been around since the pandemic started.
Enhancement.
Yeah.
Enhancement. Yep.
You had to explain to us who they were.
Yep. So I got to put his tag team partner there as well. Robert Stonebrand. Robert Stone.
I like Robert.
I do too. But he's extremely entertaining.
But he doesn't wrestle, so enhancement.
Is
my thing.
He could wrestle. Now he is a very good worker. If you ever watched any of his Impact stuff, he's a very good worker.
I mean, I know he can take a beating.
No, he definitely.
I would say as like a manager, he's semi-main, and like as a manager, Scarlett would be main. Like if we had to do them like as managers, but as a wrestler, entertainment, enhancement.
Santos Escobar.
Upper
mid.
Yeah.
Santos is very good. I'm a big fan of Santos Escobar. Big fan. I just want him to get. I just want them to take that cruiserweight championship off of him. That way he can go after a North American championship, because he would be very, very credible as a contender. Very credible.
They've just kind of stopped using him on NXT. I know they're really hitting 205 hard again though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Lately, because I've been seeing a lot more about 205 on Twitter and stuff as it's airing.
Scarlett Boudreaux.
As a manager, they're using her a main event, clearly. But as a wrestler, I don't think she's going to... I think she's going to come out at the Rumble.
Yeah, I think she'll be in the Rumble, too.
And I think after she gets, like, in the Rumble, maybe upper.
I'm going to put her enhancement talent right now until we see more.
Yeah.
Yeah, because right now she's just...
These are just possibilities of her wrestling.
Yeah, it's like you said, if she was a manager, I'd put her right up there across. But since she's not actually took a bump yet, we're going to leave her down in enhancement talent. Now, here's one I think is going to be controversial. And I'm going to go ahead and put her where I think she should go. They really think a lot of her.
But are we doing what they think or what we think?
What I think.
Yeah. See, look, now you actually said it.
Yeah, what I think, she's going to semi-main event.
Yeah, semi's better. Just because of the way things are right now and kind of the future I'm seeing, she'll probably at least definitely start the year semi-main.
Yeah, Shotzi. Shotzi is very good. And she'll definitely start the year as a semi-main event act. I think eventually she gets up into that main event act, but I don't know if it's going to be. I don't think it's going to be before like.
There's
Survivor
too many
Series.
People ahead of her right now.
Yeah, there's a lot of women ahead of her right now, and on top of it, she's a babyface, and there's a babyface champion, which doesn't mean anything necessarily in NXT, but you still have to take that into consideration.
Yeah, so if we were doing 2022, there's too many twos in that. It's way too hard to say. I would say main, but for 2021, starter and semi, and we'll see where it goes.
Teagan. I even think that's too high.
All right. Okay. I don't have. Okay. Tell me why you think that's too high, Cadillac.
I just don't think she's there yet. As far as like them, again, kind of like Candice, they just haven't like pulled it with her yet.
Maybe upper mid would be better for Shotzi for where she's at.
All right, I'm good with that. I'm good with that because I can actually see what y'all are saying, because they haven't really. I mean, they flirted with Shotzi being up there. They put her in War Games. They flirted with her being there, But do they see her going forward? And, do we see her going forward as like somebody? Eventually, I think so. But I mean, I can see right now upper mid card. I'll go upper mid card because
because we keep teetering between like what they're doing right now and what we see in the future. So it's just kind of
we kind of have to use it.
It's hard to make judgments.
Yeah. I got a little bit ahead of myself. Like where she is right now is definitely upper mid. I say by the end of the year she's semi-main, going into main in 2022.
Yeah, I can totally see that. Teagan Knox.
Is she?
Teagan is currently injured.
What is she?
She didn't have surgery, but she's out with her knee. But she never had surgery.
I'm trying to Google now.
No, so I've checked every single one of her Instagram posts. She's never had surgery. And she's talked about being ahead of her schedule on rehab, and that was like 2 weeks after getting hurt. So I don't think she ever had surgery. If anything, she might have had a scope done.
I think upper.
I think upper mid card too when she comes back.
When she comes back, yeah.
Yes, if they bring her and put her back where she was, definitely upper. But I'm trying to keep my bias out of it because I just freaking love Teagan Knox so much.
Yeah, Teagan's definitely somebody that can make some noise in the upper mid card of NXT. And she's a very credible threat to any champion, to the women's championship. Very credible threat.
She would be a really good babyface champion.
Yeah, she would be
be the best babyface champion. I'm hoping that's what happens champion. At the end of the year.
Timothy Thatcher.
Upper,
yeah.
Yeah, I'm going upper too. Timothy Thatcher's doing some good stuff. Him and Tommaso Ciampa's going to have one hell of a fight in that fight pit. I mean, that's going to be freaking brutal. And I can't wait.
Yeah, I'm excited for that.
Yeah, it's going to be brutal. Toni Storm.
Main.
Yeah.
Toni Storm, main event. I'm teetering on semi-main, but I can go main event with Toni.
Because I think we put Raquel in semi. I think Toni's just a little bit ahead of Raquel with her momentum right now. Just being a little bit more established.
And it don't help that Toni's super popular with everybody. Everybody likes Toni.
And it's freaking Toni time, man. Yeah. I love Toni.
Yeah, everybody likes Toni. Speaking of Toni Nese.
Enhancement.
Yeah, so I like Toni Nese. He
when they use him, lower upper, but when they're not using him.
Yeah, he helps everybody count to 8 because he has 8 abs. But yeah, Toni Nese is
matches with Breeze.
Yeah, Toni Nese is a hell of a worker. His spot going forward is probably going to be enhancement down to lower card. Just how it is. Kyle O'Reilly.
Semi.
Yeah.
I think semi-main for Kyle O'Reilly too. I don't know that they'll ever put the NXT championship on him. They could. It's not out of the realm of possibility. He has been a world champion in the past in ROH. It's not out of the realm of possibility they put the world title on, put the NXT championship on him, especially in NXT, where they like to put championships on people to
I would say
validate them.
Down the line.
Down the line, maybe.
In NXT, definitely. But I think kind of like what I was saying with who did I say it about now? Where there was just too many people ahead of her for the title.
Yeah, well, he gets his title shot next week. He gets his title shot actually this Wednesday as we're recording this.
Shotzi. You
said that about
Shotzi.
It
was Shotzi that. Yeah. I think I know he gets another shot at it, but I don't think they're gonna take it off Finn right now. Because they're gonna want to do Finn and Cross.
Yeah, they want to do Finn and Cross.
Down the line it could happen, but there's too many people ahead of him right now with Cross and. Maybe even put it back on Dunn for a while. Just you never know.
I'll tell you what. You give me a shoot fight with Kyle O'Reilly and Karrion Kross, I'll pay for that. I will give my hard-earned money for a shoot fight between Kyle O'Reilly and Karrion Kross. Just saying.
That could happen.
Those two are badasses. Between both those guys are badasses. The lovely Vanessa Bourne.
Enhancement.
Yeah.
Yeah. We haven't seen Vanessa in the longest kind of time.
I did like her with Aaliyah, though.
Yeah. And last but not least, Xia Li.
When they use her, upper, but they're not using her, so lower.
I'm tempted to, yeah, I'm going to put her above Boa, only because we haven't seen Boa. I'm going to put her in a lower card because we've seen her. We've seen her a lot. We know where her story's going. She's going through torture to become better. And so is Boa. But we haven't seen Boa. We've seen a lot of Zai. So we know about right around where what they think, what they thought of Zai in the past, and where we kind of look see where she's going going forward. Ladies, that is the list.
We have a lot of upper mid card.
There's a lot of. Well, you gotta have a lot.
There's a lot of good upper mid cards
now. Think about it. There's tag teams.
That's true.
So 1, 2.
So to recap for everybody on the podcast, in our main events here, we have Adam Cole, Tommaso Ciampa, Johnny Gargano, Karrion Kross, Finn Balor, Rhea Ripley, Io Shirai, and Toni Storm. Semi-main, we have Damian Priest, Mercedes Martinez, Austin Theory, Cameron Grimes, Dakota Kai, Dexter Lumis, Kushida, Candice LeRae, Raquel Gonzalez, and Kyle O'Reilly. And upper mid card, there's a lot of people. Lower card, Grizzled Young Veterans, Maverick and Big Damo, Killian Dane.
Fury and the Furry,
Killian Dane, Big Damo. That's his old independent name, was Big Damo. And we got Legado del Fantasma there. We got some people in the lower card especially, and I think the biggest surprise we have in the lower card is Velveteen Dream.
There's just too much controversy around Dream right now.
I think so too.
That I think that's going to hurt him.
I think so too. So now that we've got our tier list done, and I will link this in the Haluva Marks podcast Twitter, which y'all should really, really follow, and I'll put a link to this tier list in that, so y'all can make a tier list of your own and send a screenshot of that, so that way we can compare.